Just now, I love having a nice little intro. It always goes a little bit longer than I thought. Good day to all, says Andy Wilson. All right, let's get this show started here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today is March 6, 2024. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media universe world. All great things during this bull run. I am so glad to be doing what, ladies and gentlemen? That is hosting another episode of DYOR Live here on the DYOR Media Network. As you all know, Pedro Garcia, the crypto chart analyst, is off, but I have a special guest in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Carmen Crypto to the house. Carmen.
Good
There
morning.
she is.
Hello.
Hey, Carmen. Good morning, Carmen Crypto. Let's see if I can get you on the TV here. Carmen is coming into us by avatar. Didn't give her much time to get ready for the show. I said, Carmen, I need a guest host today. She came on to the show. Who we got in the house here? Chuck Jansen's in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Chuck, welcome to the show. Chuck, I haven't posted this show anywhere yet. If you could post it in your usual spots, I would do that. Let's get the viewership up and going. Dara Lawton is coming to us from Madrid, Spain. Welcome, Dara. Space Cat in the house. Let's see if I can get... I've got a slight echo in my ear. Let anyone let us know if you hear an echo on the live stream. Let's see. Where's Space Cat? Space Cat! There we are.
Space, the final frontier.
And Chuck Jansen, thank you very much for watching.
You using the whole fist doc?
Andy Wilson says, good day to all. Andy, I got to come up with a sound for you. Let us know what country are you watching us from, or state, or wherever you're coming. Can see you, but the start screen is still in front of you. I was tricking you guys. I was tricking you. I was fading it in. Chuck Jansen says, Carmen in the house. Carmen Crypto, what is going on?
What isn't going on? Everything's coming at light speed. I thought the momentum of the blockchain and cryptocurrency space was wild, but here we go again. It is lighting up like a mofo. It is insane. Like, I'm waking up to, I have these alpha rooms of news articles that get posted, and you just kind of wake up and you don't search for it. You got these people who are just so passionate about posting it. And I'm still I'm sitting at 6:41 a.m. It's about 9:40, 20 minutes till 10 here in Las Vegas. And I'm still trying to catch up to all the news. It's insane.
The city that never sleeps, and the news comes in all night long. Carmen, I'm going to spend a minute here, as they say, spreading the news around that we're on the air. Usually I do this before the show, or Pedro talks at length, and I do it while he's talking. But I'm going to drop this in a few TG rooms. Why don't you tell the viewers where you're coming to us from and what you are involved in today?
I actually, as I'm rolling through the news, if this is where Pedro kind of fills the space, you go ahead and do your thing and send out the bat signals. I want to talk about the fact that we're on Wednesday. This Friday is International Women's Day. Now, every single time that this day rolls around in the crypto blockchain space, I immediately get tagged in like a billion tweets saying, hey, queen, right? But here's some news that I came across and I was like, okay, we have to talk about it. So let's fill this space with that. Binance to make crypto smell good with new fragrance for Women's Day. So get this, on March 6th, today, Binance's female marketing leaders announced their attempts to broaden the company's inclusivity efforts, focusing on attracting the attention of women with the marketing campaign starting with a luxury scent just in time for International Women's Day on March 8th.
They're shining your ass, Carmen. That's what they're doing.
You know what? I can tell you this, from my point of view, the women that are in crypto that we call crypto queens and are leading the path in this innovative technology space, we wear pajamas. I showed up in a meeting yesterday in a onesie. I barely get out of the house when we are in full grind. So I don't know what kind of audience this is going to attract. I don't know. From a man's perspective, do you think if Solana came out with a cologne, it would bring more gentlemen in?
Carmen,
I look at
this
I'm
is
like,
way too degen of a world to worry about that stuff. I mean, all we want to know is what meme coin is pumping and where the money is being made.
This is one of those things. If I was in the room during that meeting, I'd be like, the mutant apes have a hot sauce. They also have a wine. Let's not go there, right? These are great.
Dara Lawton says, "Go ladies, my fragrance is bacon and Jameson."
Bacon and Jameson. I think that should be a new flavor, kind of like a new Lay's.
Bacon and Jameson, you got that right. Well, Carmen, we've spoken about women in crypto before, and quickly many voices hopped on the women in crypto. We got to promote women. Got to promote women. Got to promote women. And I've had both you and I had Caitlin Long say this to me, that crypto, first of all, is brand new. There's no glass ceiling in crypto because there was no ceiling. We're barely all jammed onto a little plate balancing on the floor on a stick, and everyone has equal opportunity here. And I got to tell you, women, regardless, in other industries, they needed all sorts of rights issues and activism and all that. In crypto, women are just killing it anyway. I mean, some of the best voices in crypto, Caitlin Long, Lynn Alden,
Kathy Wood,
all this type of stuff. They're just killing it. And why are they killing it? Just because they're smart, not because they have a different set of things down here than me. But it's because they're effing wizards and they work hard, and that's how you win.
It is true, and I think these women that we have named really don't have a tendency to go full content creator / influencer.
Right.
They're not going to be on a panel like Elon Musk and be like, let's do this. So I think women tend to lead with results, right? That's how they get the recognition. That's what gives them the name. It's like, let me not distract myself, but here I am with you, Tom. So
let's see what else we got. Drano, welcome, Drano. Drano in the house. That means he gets. Sorry, I don't have my voice effects up that quickly, but he gets the LeBron James and Charles Jansen. Chuck says a dog with perfume. You know what? I'm getting sidetracked again. Let me. I got to drop this in the TG rooms first here.
I'll tell you this, Charles. I was talking to my BFF of 23 years. We went to college together. He thinks it's insane that I'm in crypto because I was never great with numbers. Like, I would copy off calculus homework from him. But he has gotten into the ETFs. He's got his, holdings in crypto since I got in. But he was like, hey, Carmen, I'm looking for like a meme coin. It seems like meme coins are going off. Aside from Doge and Shiba, what should I look at? I'm like, a whiff. And he goes, what's whiff? And I didn't even tell him what the acronym meant. So he looked it up. He's like, are you for real? And I was like, yeah, that's a thing. It's in the top 20 tokens. Go for it.
I got a funny thing to talk about that in a second here as I'm dropping it. Welcome to those of you joining us from Boddington's and 15-minute AMAs. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Also, Brian and crew from the Coin Launch Lounge, thank you very much as usual. And of course, my friends at Master Key Finance, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Getting you guys in the YouTube algorithm as I post in your lounge. Don't mind the spam, please. And of course, everyone at where? The Space Lounge. Space Lounge, ladies and gentlemen, is the hottest place on the internet. I think someone posted there once in the past month. That's how hot it is. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting the word out. Please do so yourself. This, look, Chuck is beating me to it in half these rooms. Oh, hell.
So, Tom, let me ask you, are we bringing back Rug, Ruin, Erect on a consistent basis? Because
no, I've still got season 4 in the production hopper. I've been too busy with Pedro and I doing the show here. We've been trying to go every day of the week, and that's really difficult on your time, especially when you have a wife.
Mrs. Striking.
Yes, the Mrs. Striking because I also work for her. I work for Natasha, and so balancing the time it takes to put on a decent show and keep all you guys entertained here, along with the real life, is difficult. And along with we're Pedro and I are just kind of in the phase of getting the show to become really popular, and we're trying to get over that hump to where you can start generating actual money. Because right now I have sponsors, but they're really just partnerships and things like that. So if viewers click on things and get share revenue and that type of stuff, but we're looking for that paying sponsor that wants to get the word out and do all that type of stuff. And so until the money is a positive thing in this, like this way, like chart go up for Tom, striking go up. I guess that's what we were talking about, my meme coin the other day. Right. I either need to launch a meme coin or, get paid. So until we do that, we can't, it's hard to be, regular here, as they say. But we're there. I really want to get this thing going. I was just watching crypto banter the other day, or this morning, and he had 8,000 people watching his show. And he's showing us. I'll go over this in a minute. It's the most amazing thing. It's the most. Yes, Drano, we're gonna launch the striking in you on NetZ, and then you guys are all gonna FOMO in. It's gonna go to $1 billion, and I'm gonna get 40% of the gas fees kicked back to me. Space Cat says Master Key Finance has a lot going on. There's big stuff to come. Welcome to the show, the Drano and DYOR show. Let's fucking go. All right. Andy Wilson, I remember you told me before you were in Scotland. Yes, I did that because I remember doing the bad Mike Myers fat bastard Scottish accent. Thank you, Chuck, for getting the word out. I really appreciate it. Thanks to all of you, as they say, usuals, who are showing up here. Carmen, I do have the, I don't know if you can see it, but I have the Women in Crypto website up here, the Women in Crypto org website up here. But what day is it Friday? Is it Women's Day? Is it Women in Crypto Day? What is actually the day?
It is International Women's Day. So, and that's going to be on Friday, March 8th. It's the day. Planetary, from what I understand.
The International Day when all the men get to sleep on the couch. That's what it is.
That sounds like a good idea. Thanks, Tom.
But we just had Valentine's Day, so I guess, whatever. I'm going to turn on the show music here again because I had it off because I had a feedback, but it is quite boring with there's no show feedback or no show music here in my ear. Carmen, let me know, or viewers, let me know if when I do this, it gets all crazy with the feedback. All right, let's get to the fun stuff today. Before Carmen's always got lots to talk about, but for the chumbalones here that are here early in the day, the theme of the show was institutions keep winning. In fact, if you saw my show graphic here, institutions keep winning. I got to tell you, this Dali, I just tell you, simple sentence. Give me a fat oil banker tycoon, tycoon, smoking a cigar, top hat, monocle, and with his assistants counting Bitcoin, and it brought that up. It's just wonderful. I mean, I didn't have to do anything with Photoshop or come up with anything. I just typed in a few words, and I have a show graphic. It's the greatest time saver ever. But anyway, my camera sucks today. Like life. Hate it when my camera sucks. Anyway, for those of you out there, institutions keep winning. Why do I even need to bring this up? Because we talk about on the show a lot about institutions, about bankers, that they were gone. They said this was a scam market. Everything was awful about crypto, all that type of stuff. And now they're just FOMOing at the mouth to get into crypto. Let me find my stuff here. Let me get the TV up. Today's one of those days I've got too many windows open, so I cannot find things easily. Here we go. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this chart. Let's see, let's blow it up. funding, ETF funding flow. This is the FOMO from the bankers. If you look down here, it says March 5th, 2024, $788 billion just for BlackRock, right? Here, let's go to the other chart here where you can see this better. Up here in the corner, the first column where it's underlined here, $783 billion for BlackRock. And the total $862 billion or something. No, they didn't add that right up. But it's massive. And note GBTC, that the funding is still negative as it's coming out of there. And so the institutions are buying. If you think this market is a scam or if it's going down to 20 again, you're crazy. We can talk about this at length. It may be that there'll be a small pullback because that's what happens after big rockets up high. But let me tell you, the bankers are not going to let this lose. Do you think that any of them are putting all their jobs and their companies and their clients' money on the line without them making some fat bank for their pocket? No, of course not. And if this BTC goes down, what happens? They don't make any money. The fees on ETFs now are very low. They all competed with each other to get the business. Jason Spurgis, thanks for joining in. Welcome from the Stag Group, Jason. Thank you. Love the info. But this ETF money's coming in. That means the market is going to pump more because more money is coming in. What do we tell you every day with these? What are these banks? What is BlackRock, Fidelity, and all? What happens to them every Friday? Every Friday, or twice a month, or weekly. It depends on people get paid, and in the United States, people get paid, and part of their paycheck goes to their retirement fund. Where does that go? That goes to about 5 different places. It goes to BlackRock, goes to Fidelity, it goes to Janus, it goes to Charles Schwab, it goes to all these places. All these guys that have these ETFs now up here get free money, literally free money. Imagine having a company where people just sent you money every week. You didn't have to do anything. All you have to do is count it. Just count it. Obviously, you have to invest it, and if you don't make any money, you're not going to get any money back or grow it. But these guys get free money, and people are beating down the doors. They're like, Bob, my broker Bob, get me in this stuff. It's true. It's true. The all of us degens, just think about it. Think about this from perspective. All of us degens are going to beat every single financial advisor, traditional financial advisor on the planet this year by 1,000%. Every one of them. But I have an account at a bank, one of those managed money, mutual money market thingers or whatever, and I listen to the calls on them, and the investors the investors, not the investors, I'm the investor. The portfolio manager is like, wah, and some fixed income and then some bonds, and we estimate 2 to 4%. And she's getting paid very well for her job, I might add. And all of us, even you guys in Stag, you guys at Operation Phoenix, you guys at, never mind, meme coin guys, NetZ, all these places are going to smoke their asses like you can't believe. It's going to be amazing. They're going to get to the end of the year and they're like, well, we made 6% in corporate bonds and fixed income. Looks like Ford Motor Company tossed $1 in dividends. And we're going to be like this. Like that's like we're going to, this is going to be us here. The guy with the monocle in the cigar. Why is that? Because the market's going nuts. The market's going nuts and all this free money is coming to these funds, which means it can only go up. It can only go up because they're going to keep buying, and they're buying at a rate of 2,500 Bitcoin a day on average. And ladies and gentlemen, how many Bitcoin? First guy says the answer, or girl, women, in the comments wins. How many Bitcoin are created every day? How many? When we get the T-shirt shop up and running, whoever types this first wins the T-shirt. How many Bitcoin are created? Drano wins 900. You get a free T-shirt as soon as we get T-shirts. 900 Bitcoins are created every day. That's it. That's it. So these people are buying 2,500 a day. Where's that coming from? Where is that coming from? I got another tab for that. It's in these markets. Sorry to drone on for a long time, Carmen, but this was the topic. I want to get it out of me here while it's all built up. In these markets, the institutions are buying. Who's buying? The institutions. This shows it right here. Billions of dollars every day. This is every day. This is not like, well, last year they bought 700 million. This is yesterday. Yesterday. Yes, and then the halving is going to drop to 450. It's going to get interesting here. It's going to get interesting, that's for sure. But this is every day. Every effing day this is going on here. Chuck says about 37.5 BTC are mined per hour, 900 Bitcoins mined per day, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. We still have millions to go, and the mining is slowing down. But these guys, the buying is going to go faster, so market go up. And we're going to beat every financial advisor, traditional financial advisor on the planet. For years, we're saying this is a scam. I mean, already Bitcoin's up 100% over the year. I talked to someone else, a family relative, and I said, look, just tell your advisor, get some of these iShares things, iBit, the BlackRock thing, just get, whatever, get $10,000 worth, get whatever. So in about 4 weeks, we can hear them saying, hey, do you want to put some more money in that? That's up 50%. Can't really hear the show music. Let me know if I made that too loud. If you can hear the show music. But anyway, so we're gonna be smoking them. But these guys, they learn their lessons. That's why this guy over here, the Mr. Banker guy, is fat and happy, because he learns his lessons and he takes action. And what does he do? He takes action against all of us. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because he wants that pile to be bigger, right? Right. That pile needs to be bigger. How do they do that? How do they make it bigger? They buy from us. They just buy it from us. It's pretty simple. They can't force the more to be minted like they do with the government. And so they buy it. Who's selling? Who is selling right now? Who's selling them all these Bitcoins? Only 900 a day are being made. Miners are hoarding a lot of it. They're keeping the amount of Bitcoin miners have. They don't sell all of their Bitcoin right away, especially when they know market go up. Miners mine 900 Bitcoin a day. They sell. There's a web page that shows you exactly how many they sell. But they keep a lot because they know price go up. So the month stuff they mined today is worth 64,000. That's the price here. 67,000. We're gonna bust it open again today. And they know tomorrow it's gonna be 75,000 or 80 or 100. Whatever it is. Drano, you're the prolific poster today. The money will go pour into NetZ. 100 billion market cap. Would love to have that problem. Dara says USBs are charging hands, OPHX, and off-chain. I don't even know what that means. USBs. United States banks are charging hands. I don't know. You better blow that one up for me there. OPHX, foreign exchange, and off-chain. Anyway, let me find the tabs I was working on here to talk about this, because this is interesting. Then we'll switch back to Carmen in about a minute here. Let's see. That's a different one. Open safe. Oh, right. This is the hard wallets being sold off exchange and off change. Oh, right. That's a very good point. Now I'm listening to myself. This is what's called a heat map, the funding rate heat map for perpetual futures. I grew up in an era of futures. There was no perpetual futures. I worked on a futures exchange in New York, and everything's monthly. You sell the Jans, buy the Marches, this type of stuff. Some products had futures every month expiration, and some had every other month. Stuff like that. Things that are harvested only at certain times of the year aren't traded as often. And like oil's traded all the time, gold, so they had monthly options in futures. And it didn't matter. The futures exchanges, they knew everything was going to zero. Every option and futures contract goes to zero at the end of the month. And so there's no risk, there's no long-term risk. Now with perpetual futures, you can buy Bitcoin future, and as long as you have enough leverage in it or enough margin, it can go forever. But we all know eventually prices go up because of inflation. how can they do this? They do this by charging you. They charge you a funding rate. It's basically you're paying it's no different than paying the bookie if you're betting on sports. It really is no different at all. They loan you the money, you pay the interest, and then so they don't get hammered, they have reinsurance for it. They make opposite bets, just like a sports book does. It's no different at all. But what is this chart telling us right now? This chart is green, and if you've watched Rand's show, this is I took this from him, so I'll give him full credit for this because it opened my eyes to this, and that's why I wanted to regurgitate it. What this line, I'm not pointing the right way. Oh, because I don't have you on screen right. God, you guys got to mention that one. I'm obviously doing something stupid. This is orange here. This is where it costs you a lot more money to use perpetual futures. You pay more, the funding rate is more, or the funding rate is quicker. And then green here is no. And if you can see this really little text here, these are the dates. Goes back all the way into February, green. The past couple of weeks during this pump up, it gets expensive to do perpetual futures because the exchanges are not in business to lose money. They're in business to earn your money and steal it. But what happened here? What happened yesterday? During 2 days ago, that pullback? The funding rate crashed. That's right. The funding rate crashed. What does green mean? Green means go, right? Orange, not so go. Go. Money is going to be cheap again. When money gets cheap, what happens? Leverage increases. Leverage increases, more buying. So we're going to see a push up here of it just from these basic indicators of the funding rate. Because once it gets easier to borrow money, well, obviously you have to have a good product too. Can't have a shitty product. I keep poking Carmen in the nose. Sorry, Carmen. I think that was probably on this view here. Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, so let's pay attention to what the market does, and that we have some other interesting things. That's the same thing. Did I really open that twice? I did. No, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, Carmen, I got what I needed to say out about the institutions winning. They're going to keep winning, and just letting you know that I'm a firm believer in the institutions winning. I don't mind it at all. The trouble is that people don't realize they just need to ride some coattails. If the banks are going to win and take it all in the end, what should we do? We should ride their coattails, right? We should just say if the banks are going to invest $1 bazillion in something, and which pretty much guarantees it not going to, I'm just going to follow them. Why spend all the time and effort dealing with alpha, trying to pick the gem, all this type of stuff? Just follow the banks. Just copy trade them. They're investing in Bitcoin, invest in Bitcoin. Because if you see them selling Bitcoin, then get out. Get out as fast as you can. But right now they're buying it at a rate double or triple what is mined. So when you see that happening, ride their coattails, ladies and gentlemen. Carmen?
Yeah, yesterday was
let you go there for a while.
Interesting day, because not only did we see the Bitcoin ETFs, hit an all-time high in volume, right? Over $10 billion. We also saw gold hit an all-time high as well in the same day. So, the best thing that we can feel proud about is that we are in crypto. We understand decentralized finance. We understand how to own our assets. So to your point, I think for a lot of us, we thought, mass adoption was at the retail level. But back in January of this year, about mid-January, Bitwise came out with a study that they did for about 500 financial advisors. About 60% of them were not truly interested in recommending crypto investments to their clients. And at the same time, they were not expecting ETFs to come out in 2024. And so, we're looking at institutions that are huge, that are really setting the momentum. I mean, even on day one, I had a good friend go, I absolutely have BTC in my non-custodial wallet, but I still bought some ETFs. So we have just a large diversity of disruption coming on, and people that are smarter than I have such varying opinions about whether or not the supply shock, is possible and gonna move the chart in a different direction. Did you see that Cash App actually ran out of Bitcoin?
No.
Yeah,
Cash App is part of
before.
who owns them now? A Block, Jack Dorsey's group.
I don't even know. I saw it and I was like, those are definitely chumbalones going into their Cash App to buy BTC. But this is the kind of disruption where we understand why we see the ETF trading volume coming in. We also kind of see a bit of a disruption from, the expected cycle that we see, because we see big BTC fly, then we expect altcoins to fly, then NFTs, and then the memes. But I think we are still on the bear market hype of Pepe and saying, hey, I need to gain some profits before BTC super soars, because I was waiting for April, and maybe we have a lot of the retail investor space, running to the meme coins for that $20 investment that soars to 9 million, right? So we got to kind of just sit back and watch, but definitely have a plan for the up and plan for the down. We've seen a lot of liquidation based on price predictions that, can hurt or help you. But definitely interesting things coming around in terms of Bitcoin's pricing and all the market activity.
Well, one thing that's really funny when you talk about the meme coins, I saw this, but whether it's true or not, I don't know, but it's going around the great internet here on the screen here. If you ever feel bad about a trade, find comfort that the WIF dev sold his allocation for $29,000. It's now worth $760 million.
He should have learned a lesson or two from the Dogecoin, founder. This morning, I did tell you that I was going through the news and we saw that Solana was suspended on Binance for withdrawals. About 6 hours ago. I do not have an update on whether or not they've unsuspended trading, but also too in the Solana sphere, we have Biden and Trump meme coins going bananas. It's the celebrities, it's the campaign, meme NFTs going out. So we are back in full power in terms of we need some, dust. We need things to go buy more. We need to ramp up. It's like that meme of The Office where they're like, oh my God, it's happening. But in other news, I have some TradFi, space friends that also are taking a look and saying, when we take a look at the volatility S&P 500 index, let's take a look historically. We have fear in the volatility of the TradFi market. And so, yeah, I'm just sitting down with some popcorn, waiting to see what happens, knowing that, we've accumulated what we needed to, we're diversified, and we're in it to win it.
In it to win it. Here's the Trump coin, or one of them. This is the MAGA Trump one. Actually, it's unbelievably it's down. I looked at it much lower at I don't know, probably around $3 or something like that.
It's the hugest and most glorious down ever.
Doesn't get any better. It goes down. Can't even do the Trump voice anymore.
I don't even try. I really can. Shout out to Drano. I'm seeing the live chat here. I think he saw and heard that I'm in Las Vegas. I do know Sid over at NFA and the Xenu token. And so, yeah, I'm excited for Vegas getting all the crypto love that they need to see. I see lots of projects coming out here. We've got lots of movement in both the F1, Super Bowl, just things were super exciting.
I got to tell you, the Super Bowl in Vegas was basically a genius idea. I mean, that was a no-brainer. From as soon as they said that, I was like, why haven't they done this before? And it's just the perfect place to have the Super Bowl. I mean, brand new stadium, a bazillion hotels, just
I've been in that
plenty of entertainment.
It is completely gorgeous. They could use a bit more parking because things get a little wild there. But I did go to the strip the night before the Super Bowl, which was insanity. Ended up going to the brand new Fountain Blue Casino and Hotel, the newest casino here on the Las Vegas Strip, and got a chance to actually meet Mark Davis, owner of the Raiders. It was a closed private
son of
event.
Al Davis. Right.
Yeah, you can't miss this dude with his haircut. I'm like, I got to see him and Trump together. So yeah,
Carmen, we got a break for 1 second because we got from Chuck Jansen a super chat, $20 super chat. Woo! I'd do the Ellen dance right now, but sitting. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you always for your contributions to the show. I appreciate it all the time. Obviously, if Pedro was here, he'd be going too. Thank you very much. Let's give Chuck some applause. Chuck, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Chuck. Spread that word. Chuck is spreading the word, spreading the gospel, really helping get the word out about the show. I think Chuck may get a T-shirt too. He still has his original DYOR T-shirt. Maybe he'll get a Striking's SmackDown T-shirt or something like that. But thank you, Chuck. I really appreciate it. And one of these days, I'll buy you a beer with your money. Anyway, sorry I cut you off there, Carmen.
No, I'll be cut off by tips all day, every day. Thanks and shout out to Chuck, a true OG. If you're sitting here on the live and you're in the live chat and you don't know that Tom and I were actually a duo before the Tom and Pedro show, and thanks to Tom, he keeps on allowing me to go be busy. He's not allowing me to go and do.
But I reel her back in, ladies and gentlemen. I reel her back.
But Chuck knows, and so does Mike. Happy belated birthday to Mike.
Yeah, in fact, on the DYOR Media website here, we still have a lot of Carmen Crypto stuff. DYOR Media. Right on the homepage, I think. Let's see, where do we got here? Past live streams, rugged, ruined, and wrecked crypto shows. If you guys haven't watched my old ones, they're hilarious. I mean, my humor is really on point with some of these.
Yeah, Tom, remember that time you almost did a show about a token that, I was in that rug pulled? And I was like, please, Tom. Please, Tom. We're learning here. We are learning.
Yeah, right here we have Carmen Crypto's Chit Chats. This was Carmen did a series of podcasts with projects that are pretty much now all out of business. Like most of us, all of the AMAs we do, everyone's out of business. But some of her, I've kept some of your good ones on there. Got rid of most of them.
50-50. The gaming one, the third one down, they're still active. Garrick Jones is still rolling. Javon Swint is still leading a lot of working groups with the Government Blockchain Association. But guys, check out that DeFi Comedy Hour. That was really, really fun with a virtual comedy show that we did.
Yeah, I forgot about this one. KB Well is from is he from Memphis? His sister or aunt or something like that. Oh, look, there I am. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Let's see, is it going to show? It's not going to show. Let me know if you guys can hear me on the stream. Anyway, we had a bunch of comedians on here. It's really good, and they some of the look who we had there. We just had who was that? There she is. There's the woman of the day. I forgot, Carmen. This was a lot of fun doing it. There you are. Look at that.
That really was a lot of fun. I mean, at least you're showing this video versus the first one where it looked like I'm a hostage in a very, very dark room with probably the smallest ring light from Wish. And you have definitely elevated a bit in terms of our capabilities.
Yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed that comedy show, and we should have done it again. Drano says soon it'll be the Tom, Pedro, and Drano show. Maybe. Maybe. Depends how that mainnet Z goes. If it goes down, no chance. If it moons, then we have a chance. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Troublesome Creek, welcome back. Hope you got your taxes sorted out, Troublesome Creek. Really appreciate you coming back to us from, was it Ohio, I think, or something like that? I can't remember. Anyway, NetZ Blockchain Explorer showing some intense action. Well, that's good. Like I said, we got to get the NetZ group a good meme coin. And if not, I'm just gonna do it. Like I said yesterday, I watched that video of. There's a video on the great YouTube here about launching a contract on the NetZ chain. All right, what do I have next here on my list of things to talk about? For those of you joining us late, we talked about it's good. It's right now with the 700. Let's just call it $1 billion a day coming into Bitcoin from the ETFs. Just follow them. Just buy Bitcoin and let it ride. The people that sold the dip we had yesterday after the all-time high were all short-term holders. A couple of guys did wallet analysis. It was all people that either bought short-term and then sold after making the profits, and then they were also there was a long squeeze, and people got flushed out. I think it was something like $4 billion in longs got flushed out during that drop-off. Trano says they'll do it for free. So let's go over, what else I want to say? Oh yeah, everyone's talking about the AI markets lately. One of the things that I wanted to bring up was that Carmen, is it in Vegas coming up? Is the AI convention? Do you know? It's the...
Yes. In fact, I've had a lot of people, contact me being like, hey, you got any hookups for this? I'm like, I do work for an AI company, but unfortunately, if they're not crypto centric, I don't have the VIP passes for it.
Yeah, and there's kind of two. This is what's the big thing to talk about. First of all, AI, as we all know, is hot, and it's still underutilized I mean, I make cool pictures from it, but that's like one small part of it. The biggest part of it is just combing through mountains of data, making new mountains of data, coming up with, turning base. Everyone's going to have an AI personal assistant here, or a couple of them, very shortly, and they need infrastructure to do that. Infrastructure is really good to build. It's an investment in the future. For everything, and I don't just mean like virtual servers and things like that. I mean like buildings full of servers, buildings full of GPUs, building electricity, all that stuff that goes into it. When you think of AI, this is really important to understand. When you think of AI, it's not just the cost of smart contracts in which people are making stuff. AI is like Bitcoin. Bitcoin isn't just the cost of the Bitcoin that you buy and sell. Bitcoin's an entire effing industry now, and people are buying power plants and building power plants just to mine Bitcoin so they can be more efficient at it and beat the next guy to solving the block and to make more money on it. That's what AI, when you think AI, think infrastructure. Infrastructure pays off always 100x, 200x down the road. It's an investment in the future. And so in order to get the AI things working, right, and not have them just spit out dumb little NFT pictures for people, you need to build massive data centers, because the current ones we have are all mostly handling your Amazon shopping, right? That's what most of the high performance computing centers mostly handle, e-commerce and things like that, or Amazon's back end service of being the AWS servers. But everything else is now being taken over by Bitcoin mining and now AI. And who makes all that stuff? NVIDIA, their stock crazy. If you bought options on their stock, you shouldn't even be listening to my show. You should be just hiring fleets of jets to cart you around because you'd be so rich. But one of the other things that is interesting that I listened about is a group called IONET. Let me see if I can find them on here. IONET. There they are. Official IONET. What these guys do, these guys provide software. All these GPUs got to talk to each other. Who makes that software? IONET does. So let's put them on the list to pay attention to. This is when I tell Pedro, put it on the list. But he's not here, so I got to remember to do that. You guys need to remember this IONET, because we're going to follow that and see where it goes. They're not a traded token or anything like that. Otherwise, they'd be worth $1 trillion. But they just did a Series A funding. They went from like no money, a bunch of guys in the basement programming, and their first series of funding was $1 billion. $1 billion, 1B, instant unicorn, right? So we got to watch these guys because there'll be a link to be able to trade, just like trading MicroStrategy stock is the same as being able to get in Bitcoin, especially with their options. There'll be a way to trade this, maybe because it's gonna go boom if they had their Series A funding of $1 billion. Oh, I got a hair on my mic. Anyway, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about today. Oh, and the other.
I like the rundown of the AI, importance. Tom, I just wanted to chime in. In fact, while I've been super, super busy, I've been working as an advisor to the Blockchain Legal Institute on their advisory committee.
Yes.
And one of the products that I brought to them was from Elmer Street, a guy named Scott Hines, who has some AI patents that we wanted to use. And I really want to see a future in which, legal entities and attorneys feel comfort coming into our ecosystem and holding bad players accountable. But in order to do that, we need to give them the resources to understand how this technology works and what the rails are. And the product that we brought to them is called LegalWise, legalwise.ai. And so we're using AI technology to take every document of a court case, plus all of the restrictions that the court puts on to how the documents are used, what evidence is in, what evidence is out. And so we're going through, a couple of partners to work out our kinks through the cases. So we sat down with our first client. They took a small case, probably about 1,000 pages, and we were able to upload all of that. And this has some blockchain technology behind it as well. But we were able to upload everything in 6 seconds. So this means that we can do millions of documents in a matter of minutes. When we think about Rudy Giuliani's case, there's millions of documents in that case. And in order to, go through the legal process effectively and with the most, integrity, having man hours put to this is to the tune of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. But, we have models like this that help keep the data secure, put it into a ledgered system. And what we can do is we can then, ask the lawyers, what kinds of questions do you want to ask? Like, what do we need to find here? And then we customize those questions, start setting the prompts. And so with this first case, we were able to take 1,000 documents, put in about 22 customized questions after doing a lot of setup. And it pumped out an answer document about 47 to 50 pages, answering every single one of those questions, citing every single document, the paragraph, the page number, not just this document, but like this is the exact copy. And it only took it 40 seconds to create that document with all the disclosures and everything. We know that this product is going to save, money when it comes to the legal process. And these are ways that for now, AI is really great at developing business intelligent tools, right? And so we want to take this technology, the blockchain version, the blockchain backbone to this, which is the ledger system that allows us to know who touched that document, right? As you're going through and checking the answers and going into that document and saying, who touched that and are they allowed to? Are they could be for expert witnesses too.
Right.
So this is a way that we're utilizing this technology to kind of take it forward. And I think it starts at the business level, adoption there, and making sure that there's value going back and forth. But 10 years is a long time, Tom. I mean, we were talking to these clients, and about 2 weeks of man hours for document review can run anywhere from $25,000 to $30,000 because these people have to be motivated and detailed and kind of like working around the clock to find what they need to find. And aside from just the attorneys saving money on it, we can actually make sure that we're not overlooking anything either. It's much easier to reprompt and to change questions based on the findings. For example, we had to find out that, if there's a document in the case that says, this witness accuses this person of that, sometimes the AI will take that as fact, right?
Right.
So there's a lot of behind the scenes of really making sure that there's a lot of integrity to the answers, but it's workable and it's a lot easier. We were able to do that in a day. So we
That's
know that
amazing.
these things are going to be at the forefront and they're only going to get better and faster. So this is the start of it. And then add on the concept of quantum computing, once we, holy cow. I mean, the moment you think about a lawsuit, boom, we already have the funds taken.
Right. Well, next time someone's AI goes wrong and has the bad, put something out there that's bad or wrong, my own personal AI assistant will recognize that and start the lawsuit, and the AIs will be suing each other. And the whole thing will take 6 milliseconds. They'll go, oh, that's it. You're done. Hand it to a judge to stamp. Anyway, that's a lot to come with that. I'm gonna follow LegalWise and ask a couple of friends about it, see what they think about it. But when is that the AI show in Vegas?
I'm going to have to look that up. It's actually not very far from my fingertips.
New platform right now. As you might suspect, there's a million. I wouldn't be surprised if there was an AI porn show in Vegas.
So the one that I know about is Imagine AI Live 24. It's in Las Vegas, March 27th to the 28th.
Let's see. I'm at one for AI 4, August 12th. Let's see. What was yours? Imagine
AI Live. That's the newest one coming up soon.
There it is. I mean, this whole to finish off what we were talking about as we get to the end of the show here. To finish off talking about AI AI is pumped. All the tokens have pumped. They're not done. That if you want to do something smart, put some money into AI. Amongst a bunch of projects, like buy a basket of them. You're not going to go wrong with Render, Near. These guys. It's just buy the Fountain Blue. Buy a basket of it. The Fountain Blue. The Fountain Blue is the famous hotel in Miami. Now it's in Vegas. See, I haven't been in Vegas in a while.
Yeah, Fountain Blue has been in build mode for so long. I think it switched hands a couple of times, and just like any casino hotel opening that I've seen, the moment it opens, a couple of weeks later, executives start dropping like flies. Like rough launches. But this was a really cool one. When I was out there for the Super Bowl, for the night before Super Bowl, there was actually a private event being hosted by the owner of the Fountain Blue. And it was really cool. It was like very intimate, probably 200 people, black tie event. And we got surprised with Lady Gaga performing right after Wanda Sykes took the stage for a comedy show.
Pit Monk, welcome. Welcome to the show, Pit Monk, ladies and gentlemen. Pit Monk coming to us from the UK, so I gave him God Save the King. Well, this sector is huge. I mean, we could do shows about this over and over and over. That's for sure.
Yeah, just an announcement to the Chumbalones. Just because it says AI does not mean that they know AI, because, working for an AI company and working on AI products, there's, new innovative patents that need to be had in order to secure the information in these large language models. And I have already seen throughout the bear market a lot of tokens in the degen space that are claiming we are AI. One was we're going to be an AI DAO of, launching in a bear market where a lot of people have capitulated. We're not seeing retail investors back, but they want to be the voice of all AI. So they want all the biggest AI companies to come to this community in order to hear our voice, which is great, in terms of revolution standards. But These guys did not have the background for it, nor did they have the servers and all the compliance necessary. So make sure that you're doing your due diligence. Ask Tom, ask Pedro. Pedro has 150 questions that he goes through, taking a look at things. We over at the Government Blockchain Association, we have a blockchain maturity model too, and we were approached by Oracle to say, hey, we want to go through that assessment, and we immediately had to go and find out if they fractionalized their nodes for cloud storage, because that's like question number one. So you got to have your checklist in there, and definitely look at the leaders. Like, are they even in that industry? If they have not ever been in the AI industry, it's a tough industry to break in because it's so brand new, and a lot of the patents are hush hush. They're not going to be shared.
Oh, here, AI Dev World. Here's another one. No, that's not what I'm looking for. There's another one coming up in San Jose, too. Oh, Crypto Mike made it. Crypto, welcome. Welcome, Crypto Mike, coming to us from Manitoba. Thanks for joining us. Tell all your friends, all three of them. It's an inside joke there with Crypto Mike. Oh, yeah, your Minnesota friends didn't show up today, Crypto Mike. Carmen says, hey, Crypto Mike. All right, let's see, ladies, and we're getting to the end of the show here, as they say, getting long in the tooth. One of the things I always like to do before we go is I got to mention our sponsors here. And why don't I have them up here correctly? Yeah. Right here, Audit Chain. AuditChain.finance launching soon here with their first customer. They're the first group. Let's see if they got their website fixed. First group that is basic. Well, they're also basically an AI. They use a logic and reasoning engine to sort through basically all of the company's public documents. Not public documents, public filings on Edgar or in whatever jurisdiction, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, etc., the EU, and to figure out, to summarize them, kind of like the legal stuff that Carmen was just mentioning. And they tell you where the filings have gone wrong. Audit Chain. I'll have a whole new pitch about them soon, because I'm doing a series of videos for them. So I'm learning the new cool things about it. But Crypto Mike, I did not get your Facebook message. I only look at Facebook after the show when I trim it up, because I always forget to open Facebook. But anyways, they, as they say, a Web3 financial disclosure, decentralized assurance infrastructure, and they've signed up for another year to be a show sponsor. So we're happy for Audit Chain. And they do things what's called proof of stake. A company that tells you they have proof of reserves is hiding half of what they are exposed to in the business world. Proof of reserve says, hey, here are all my assets. Isn't it great? Proof of stake is the entire company, including liabilities, including everything you owe and what people expect to pay them back. And so, like I say, a company could have $10 billion in Bitcoin and say, hey, look, here's my wallet. Got $10 billion in Bitcoin. We're full proof of reserves. But they've got $20 billion in legal claims against them in debt. So that $10 billion is not actually yours. That's what Audit Chain does. And of course, as always, below me, we have Camuso CPA. I'll get Pat's Camuso. Should have a shortcut just to open all these things. CPA.com. Patrick with Camuso CPA handles crypto accounting and crypto taxes. I don't mean your tokenomics taxes. I mean paying the IRS here in the United States. It's very difficult to do crypto taxes correctly. When we all got into this, we were like, well, I just put the amount I earned or lost on it at the end. The IRS wants to see all the detail. That's right. They want to know everything. And so you have to do it correctly, which means you have to know how to learn to read a blockchain explorer, which, of course, most accountants cannot do. Patrick can. His firm specializes in cryptocurrencies. You can even pay him in cryptocurrency, too. Go see him. Fill out the link in the bottom. Go fill it out. Get an evaluation. Find out if he can help you. And, of course, lastly, over in the corner down below me, the logo for the DeFi Dojo pops up every now and then. Formerly the Ninja Dojo. We're going to be doing some sponsored segments with some AMAs from them on this show as well. That's it for the sponsors. Carmen, before we roll out at the end of the show here, you got anything else to give us some alpha on?
Yeah, I am I have a
I
little
know she can go
passion
forever.
project of myself. I have a little passion project of myself. You brought it up on the show. For those of you listening, Tom and I have been rugged, ruined, and wrecked. My favorite 3 words. But we learned how to do it different and remain in this space with our reputations as chumbalones. But on my carmencrypto.com lead page, I am looking for your stories. Let me tell you, I have never had, knock on wood, my wallet drained because of all the stories that were told to me about these shady things people do by connecting their wallets to untrusted dApps. But all the lessons that I have learned and got me to where I have been is just really from the experience of others. And no other influencer is really doing this. I'm not getting paid to do any of this, but I think that it's important that as we ramp up to welcome back the retail investors that were here in the last run, plus a lot of new ones, that we share those stories. But I'm not about to set up fights and additional toxicity in the space. So I do anonymize everything. So if you put in names, if you put in company names or like he said, she said, it's about the experience. And then I bring on a panel of experts to really talk about why these things are happening and how we can avoid it. And your story could be published in a book. So there are 3 types of stories. The confession session, where you actually have to confess how you got rugged, ruined, and wrecked. Or you can tell me about your all-time high. Like, tell me about the wins too. Or you can name out your hero. We want to highlight good people in this space by name and show them some love.
That's quite interesting. I have a couple of heroes on there, one of which is Chuck Jansen for helping spread the word and donating to the show.
Yeah.
Can't beat that. And my other hero would be my son, because my son, if you listen to the show or not, is the reason why I FOMO'd into crypto.
Even after he crashed your truck.
Even, yeah. That's still quite the sore spot. He's like, Dad, I don't have a car. Well, you crash the one I give you. That's it. You get one shot.
Well, Tom, we're going to grow old and rich together, and we're going to have a lot of triggers that we can bring up on shows. inside.
Oh, yeah. The past few years would have been a lot different had I just done a few things differently a few Novembers ago and sold.
Shout out to Pedro for doing whatever he's doing out there, probably with a cape on and leaving Tom alone. But Tom slid into my DMs, Pedro. It wasn't the other way around.
Yeah, Pedro is. Every once in a while, I know he's when he's off and doing a few real world things, he pays attention to the show and comments. But he's been extremely busy this week, and he's like, at night when we talk, he's like, I won't even be able to comment on it. He said, I can't watch it. I'm like, put the phone in your pocket and have it in your ear, and he goes, can't even do that. I was like, ah. Okay, you guys of NetZ have been talking the whole time, keeping the chat going. You guys are, according to L Bank, you're under 10 cents. Let's get that moving. Let's get it moving. And I know the developers are like, we don't care about the price. It's long term. It's going to go up, yada, yada, yada. We all get that. But we all look at this chart every day, don't we? Don't we? That's what we do, because that's why we are degens. All right, what else do I got for you today? Now, I hit all the topics. Most important thing, BlackRock and crew buying $1 billion a day. $1 billion a day. It's hard to even imagine that. I mean, they're soon. They'll all be like these guys soon, right here, right? They'll all be like that. So let's. Unbelievable. I can't believe the money that I've spent and wasted over the past couple of years. I mean, I wish I had every dollar. I wish the past few years it was like law school or med school, where you don't do anything except your profession. You save your money to pay for your law school or medical school, and this time now, I wish I had all that money that I just wasted. Every bottle of bourbon, every beer, every time I fix my car, and just save that money for these next couple of months.
I can tell you this, the amount of money that I've lost in crypto, learning how to not lose the money is still a lot cheaper than my 2 degrees and the student loans that remain. So, and I got into a brand new industry. Put that into perspective. I'll take it.
I brought Dex Tools up, and look at the last chart, Chuck. The last chart that I was just looking at here. What is it? It's the original DYOR token. Not the original one, but it's the DYOR token on BSC, which is our roots. And it's up 100% the past, past 2 months. I might say it's down a lot. Still down 10x, but the past 2 months,
little raids happening. I saw that the other night. Little raids happening in little pockets of time, but they're active.
All right, Chuck says bring up the Operation Phoenix chart. Let's look at it. Oh, it has bigger sell-off. Yeah. All right, that's. I guess there's still a little bit of projects coming out of staking there. Or not projects, people coming out of staking. So there's probably going to be some selling as long as those 30-day stakings keep unwinding. But we need that news with DeFi Mark. Mark's projects need to get going. Bring in the volume and increase the number of wallets. How many wallet holders are there? It's decreased now. It's down to lost 300 holders, which isn't good. We need to get up to it needs to be up to 5,000 or more pretty quickly here. Carmen Crypto says, I would like crypto rug forgiveness. BT 2,050K BTC in July would have been paid off better than my degree. Yes, absolutely. Or just in Pepe from last week. Just by comparison, this is interesting here for Operation Phoenix. So let's look at the holders here. 1,000. Let's bring up the bigger chart so you can see it better. I can't point to it. 1,000. Hey, is my whiteboard? Is my whiteboard working here? Let's see if my techno tricks work. No whiteboard. I'll no worko. Anyway, 1,000 holders. I was just looking at the old chart from DYOR token. Number of holders for the DYOR token: 31,000. 31,000 holders for that. Obviously, most of those are now dust. But the DYOR token was very blessed with having getting listed in CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap in the same 24-hour period, and getting the attention of Asia, and the holders just boomed, and that drives the price appreciation greatly, which is amazing. Most of that money now left that, but hopefully good things to come from Jason and crew. But OPX, tomorrow I got to get Pedro to review this to see where it's going to come down to, because he's gonna look at this chart and tell us exactly. Every time he looks at it, he tells us exactly what's going to happen. Let's get the 30-minute chart up here. But I did a big talk about him yesterday. Good things to come. This is a good chart. Nothing bad with this at all. Got great stuff on the horizon. Pit Monk says we need a project for NetZ. Once that gate opens, we're off to the races. Space Cat says they've lost holders because they don't have any tokens in their wallet. When they stake it, it looks like they've left. That's true. I got to remember to consider that. I was down for the past 2 years. That bear was painful. Thankfully, I'm leveling off now. Pit Monk, you and I have talked about this before on the show. You know a lot about a lot of projects, so I assume that each one that you've ever mentioned you've been invested in, they're all going to go boom. They are all going to go boom. And you know what's boom time here? Yeah, it's our time to go. Where did my music go? I just played it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, not as many viewers today as I would have hoped. Only 29. We were averaging 100 a show there for a while. I really enjoyed. Carmen, thanks for joining the show.
So much fun, Tom. Thank you for having me on. We'll do it again soon.
Hold on, I got this stupid shit in my ear too loud. and I can't figure out why. Hold on one second. I can't hear anything you're saying. Ah, there we go. Jeez. Sorry about that, Carmen.
It is all good. The Chumbalones beat Chumbalone, and Tom, this has been a fun time coming back, spending a day with you. We'll do it again soon. You know, we do have that SBF trial coming up soon at the end of the month. Let's come back for that and celebrate.
All right, Carmen. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you so much, as always. And of course, you're welcome back anytime. And we got to get that Roadcaster thing sorted out. The show music in the echo cancellation was the issue with that one. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, to all of you that joined us today, thank you very much. Of course, to those of you that super chatted us, I really appreciate it. And we're going to throw a big whopper of a party one of these days and invite all of you to come. And we'll probably do it in Vegas. But there needs to be a lot more super chats first, or a couple of big sponsors. Hint, hint, big companies with money. Anyway, can't say enough to all of you that watch the show start to finish. I thank you guys so much. Carmen says, thank you for hanging out, guys and gals. Really appreciate it. To you guys that I know at Stag, we didn't talk about you guys today, but your price is tanking. Get that price up. Get it up. NetZ, keep up the good work developing. Operation Phoenix, keep it up with the alpha news coming out. Drive that price up as well. Once again, and to Pedro, we'll see you again soon. We're going to try and have some night shows to get Pedro to come back on here soon, but it's tough with my schedule right now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking here in the digital media world. So glad to have hosted another episode of DYOR Live. We will see you again shortly. But now we're going to jam to this music, though. Oh, yeah. See, I didn't even have my my end of show thing right. I'm not doing anything right here. Anyway, goodbye, everyone. We will see you tomorrow.